and in the locker room. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Outside in the perimeter, Levine and DeRozan. Sabonis is out there with Precious Achiuwa. And it's Westbrook in at the 1.
Yeah, he's not exactly a highlight reel dunker, but you love to see Jokic throw it down.
Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
The Kings come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
Yeah, and it can be deflating when you leave all those points at the line. But it generally is a make-or-miss league.
Now here's Murray. Back to Jokic. Just 5 on the clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Jokic has got his second bucket. As these early games, Coach, bring in a variety of new opponents. Rosters definitely get put to a test, don't they?
They sure do, Kevin. Every team hits you in a different way, and you've got to develop the proper counter punches. That's something that has to be focused on in these early games.
Jokic finds Murray. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Here's the 3, and Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray. Jokic has got 7.
Well, they've started this game strong offensively. 3 out of their first 4 attempts.
Levine sets the screen for DeRozan. From 17 feet out, and it's Jokic with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Lob pass to Gordon. Hammers the alley-oop through.
He was practically levitating over the floor. Aaron Gordon.
Monks checked in for Russell Westbrook. And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, Nikola Jokic.
And the nature of big...
Hold on!
Oh, goodness! Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Jokic kicks to Watson. Jokic a screen. To the wing on the left, from outside the arc. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. 10 points for him.
And the jumper of Jokic, it's almost a set shot. He's totally in control.
Monk dishes to Levine. Outside DeRozan. To the middle. Sabonis, and slam dunk by Sabonis.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Hey, Greg, they dropped the interim tag for Doug Christie as he's now the permanent head coach of the Kings.
Well, we'll have to see how permanent that is. The 5th head coach in the last 7 years. That seat is always hot in Sacramento.
Muscling down that rebound. Big man playing big.
Jokic finds Gordon. Back to Jokic. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Denver.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Outside DeRozan. Levine against Brown. Outside Levine. Screen by Sabonis. A three-pointer, no good. Denver leading by 7. Jokic passes to Brown. Back to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Well, in a league of huge guys, Jokic size stands out. He is a problem.
Pass to Monk. Achua in the corner. Outside DeRozan. From downtown, and it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the right side. Brown finds Jokic. Watson the screen. Jokic with the bounce pass. It's good.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Out to DeRozan. Over Watson, and it's sent back by Jokic. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Nuggets?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. The guard pair filled by Monk and Levine. Keegan Murray is out there with DeAndre Hunter. They get it back.
That's a high IQ play by Jokic. No one outsmarts him.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Sacramento. And Jokic drops them both. Every coach has their own philosophy, but Stan, you were telling me that it might not always align with their team style of play.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think there's a difference between philosophy and style of play. And I think what you have to understand, philosophy are those immutable things that you think will win games regardless of the style. So that'll never change, but your style has to be fitted to your personnel.
Inside, tipped away. It's stolen by Brown. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Took him no time at all on that one. Jokic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets. And Doug Christie wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Zach LaVine. So here's Westbrook. We saw him with 10 points last game. Chalk up 2 there.
Averaging double-digit assists for a number of years. Russ can dish it.
Here's Jokic. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. Murray finds Jokic. Knocked away. And stolen by Hunter. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about the wildest ideas thrown around in the league office. He said, quote, one thing that's been discussed is potentially 2 free throws for a foul on a 3-point shot. I don't think we'd do it in the last 2 minutes of the game, but that's something interesting. Kevin?
Not a bad idea. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. 5 to shoot. And Watson slams it in.
Jokic showing you what a great modern-day center does.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. 11-point game. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season. On the wing, Levine. Six to shoot. The Kings need to get off a shot here. That one good for 2. He's got 6.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Jokic kicks to Watson. To the inside. Kicks it out to Gordon. It's up a 3. Hunter grabs the miss. The Kings trail by 9. to Westbrook. Outside, Levine. There's a screen. Connects from three-point range. Levine's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, they know Levine can knock that down. The defense has to do a better job of running him off the line.
That one drops for him.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
And here's Westbrook. Outside, Levine.
2 minutes remaining in the first set. 2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the first set. 2 minutes.
Pass to Hunter. A three. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Outside, Gordon. Back to Jokic. Murray looking around to the left wing. Levine against Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
The defense has had no answer for Nikola Jokic. He's getting whatever he wants out.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. Fourth, the Kings.
Very reliable. No question, they punish teams for sending them to the free throw line.
A minute 20 left to play in the first half. Pass to Levine. Right side, Sabonis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Jokic in the corner. A three. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
And the slam dunk by Sabonis.
Nice little flush there from Sabonis to cap off the possession.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. There's the lob to the hoop, and Watson slams it in.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Back to Westbrook. Outside, Levine. No good from outside. Westbrook against Murray. Jokic with it. Here's Brown. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on, they're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. Back to the action in just a minute.
Please direct your attention to the center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum line. They're measuring up the shot.
Hello, folks. Glad to have you with us. The Joker is in the building. So far, Nikola Jokic has been all business.
The Joker is starring tonight. This man can pass, shoot, rebound, a complete talent. Who said the center position was dead? Certainly not me.
Wasn't me either, Shaq. I think.
Wasn't me either.
I think it was Kenny. Why are you such a snitch?
Bless you, Kenny. I'll see you at 3 o'clock after this broadcast.
All right, guys, let's swing it over and see what the fans have been posting. And Hooper No Bloopers wants to know, it seems like you guys have a blast working together. How much do you love your jobs?
Best job in the world, getting paid to come in and roast Kenny on a daily basis. What's not to love?
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
In at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver. 6 on the shot clock. Levine inside the 3-point line. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. For 3. Gordon kicks to Jokic. Outside for Murray. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. There's the triple. With 1 on the clock. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Well, the first guy you have to box out there, Nikola Jokic. That's just bad recognition.
Outside DeRozan. Outside Westbrook. Misses the 3.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Watson, the pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Yeah, Jokic, one of the league leaders in offensive rebounding throughout his career.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
DeRozan passes to Sabonis. And it's sent back by Jokic.
No slouch on defense. Jokic sending it back in the paint.
Jokic a screen. Lob pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one
Yeah,
up.
the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. There's a screen by Achua. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And we've seen teams make surprising playoff runs only to falter the next year. Team trajectories not always a straight line, clearly.
No, absolutely, Kevin. I would think in most cases it's not a straight line. Because, look, the other teams are all trying to win, too. That's what makes things different. So you might be slightly off the next year and someone else makes a big jump, and then it looks like your decline is a lot bigger than it is. Every year is a new year.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot. A lot of conversation in the NBA about expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver said there are clearly markets out there that are very interested and will run through a process. I'm looking forward to it. There's an enormous amount of interest out there. It's on the league to look at it holistically. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allen, we appreciate the report.
Hey, on many nights, Jokic is a primary playmaker. Tonight, he's been the finisher.
Outside, Levine. Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. And it's sent back by Jokic. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Sacramento making a switch here. Punk's checked in. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. 5 on the clock. And DeRozan kicks to Sabonis. And the Kings another 3.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Throws it up high. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And the Nuggets lead by 18.
Oh, come on. The Joker, a center running that pick and roll, it still amazes me.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Here's DeRozan. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Down low. Here's Achua. Yep, it counts.
Well, look, Levine is such a gifted scorer that it opens up so much for him out of pick and roll action.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Jokic with the screen on DeRozan. Jokic against Sabonis. Just 5 to shoot. Murray outside. For the 3. It doesn't go for him.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
A dunk by Achua.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Jokic kicks to Gordon. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And Denver again with the bucket.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Monk, the pass to DeRozan. There's a screen by Achua. Stolen by Gordon. Jokic with it. Now guarded by Monk. Pass to Watson. Jokic with his screen on DeRozan. Watson kicks to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Outside DeRozan. We've got 13 seconds left here in the third quarter. Pass to Achua. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Monk. No good with the wing jumper.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And so it's Denver holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Nuggets leading by 18. On the court right now for the Kings. In the front court, the forwards will be DeRozan and Murray. Monk is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Inside. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Jokic with the screen on Westbrook. Murray kicks to Jokic. Gordon with the screen for Jokic. To the inside. And the basket by Gordon. And it's 8 points for Aaron Gordon.
He is so athletic. Gordon does well when he gets the ball around the paint.
Westbrook passes to DeRozan. Stan, what advice would you give to coaches that are leading a struggling team?
Well, Kevin, I think the number one thing, whether you're leading a struggling team or a team playing really well or anything in between, is to just stay consistent. Keep working on the things that you know over time make teams consistent. Go out and talk about those things day in and day out and try to get your team to focus on them.
Jokic with the bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
DeRozan surveying the D. No one near him. And the Kings check on 2 more.
Well, this is what makes DeRozan so tough. He can slash and he can shoot the ball.
And Jokic throws it down.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
Jokic kicks to Watson. Monk against Jokic. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. 39 points for Jokic.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
In the corner, it's Monk. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
The drive by Jokic. Sent away.
And that length and timing make Keegan a terrific shot blocker.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jokic.
Timeout.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Denver.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
It's time now to present our player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And teams take more threes now than ever before. More than double the average attempts we saw in the 90s.
Well, I think what's happened, Kevin, is we just have more guys who can shoot the ball. So in the 90s, you might have had 2 guys who shot the ball well from 3 and made it a good shot. Now, on a lot of teams, virtually everyone on the roster can shoot the 3. If we have more guys on the floor who can space out and shoot the 3, we're going to have a lot more attempts and a lot more efficiency on those attempts.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Watson. Jokic against Westbrook. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
We'll see the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Jokic with it, now guarded by DeRozan, and Watson slams it in.
And the passer floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Westbrook passes to Sabonis, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, Sabonis will fight you inside, and that can create a lot of contact with his big frame.
Achua, he's checked in for Murray.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nuggets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jokic.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Pass to Achua. Here's DeRozan. Clock at 6. Sabonis. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
We have seen him have monster games before. Sabonis is all over the stat sheet right now.
And it's the Kings with the ball. DeRozan passes to Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Now here's Levine. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Nikola Jokic.